In the glittering world of British daytime television, where smiles are plastered on and conversations flow like warm coffee, a shocking moment unfolded that left audiences gasping for breath. Ralf Little, the beloved actor known for his sharp wit and charismatic presence in hit shows like Death and Paradise and 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, stepped onto the set of Lorraine Kelly's popular morning program expecting a light-hearted chat about his latest projects and life in the spotlight. Little did he know that what began as a seemingly innocent interview would spiral into a fiery confrontation, culminating in the actor being dramatically escorted off the stage amid stunned silence from the crew and viewers at home. The incident, which has since exploded across social media with millions of views on clips shared far and wide, highlights the delicate balance between celebrity interviews and the unpredictable nature of live TV. Lorraine Kelly, the seasoned Scottish presenter with decades of experience charming guests from all walks of life, has built her reputation on warmth and accessibility, but on this particular day, her probing questions touched a raw nerve with Little, leading to an exchange that many are calling one of the most intense in recent television history. As the cameras rolled, the atmosphere shifted from cordial to charged within minutes, with Ralf Little defending his career choices and personal views with a passion that caught everyone off guard. Eyewitness accounts from studio insiders reveal that tensions had been simmering even before the show aired, perhaps due to pre-interview briefings that didn't align with Little's expectations. This event has sparked widespread debate about the responsibilities of hosts in handling sensitive topics and the right of guests to push back when they feel misrepresented. Fans of Ralf Little, who adore his down-to-earth persona and no-nonsense attitude, have rallied in his support, flooding comment sections with messages praising his courage to stand his ground rather than play the polite celebrity game. Meanwhile, supporters of Lorraine Kelly argue that her straightforward style is what makes her show engaging and authentic, refusing to shy away from tough questions even if it ruffles feathers. The video footage circulating online captures the exact moment when the conversation turned heated, with Little's facial expression shifting from relaxed to visibly frustrated as Kelly pressed him on certain aspects of his public image and recent roles. What started as a discussion about his time filming in exotic locations quickly veered into territory involving industry politics, typecasting in British acting, and even subtle jabs at his past performances that Little perceived as unfair. The audience in the studio, usually a mix of enthusiastic fans clapping along, sat in awkward silence as the back and forth escalated, with neither party willing to back down. This clash not only entertained but also raised important questions about power dynamics and media interviews, where the host holds the microphone and the guest must navigate carefully to avoid career repercussions. In the aftermath, Ralf Little took to his own social platforms to address the situation indirectly, hinting at the pressures actors face when sharing their truths on live television without a script to fall back on. The entire episode serves as a reminder that even in the polished world of morning TV, raw human emotions can break through the facade, creating moments that resonate long after the credits roll. As clips of the heated exchange continue to go viral, analysts and media experts are dissecting every word, gesture, and pause, trying to determine who came out on top in this unexpected showdown. For many, it's not just about entertainment but about authenticity in an industry often criticized for being too scripted and superficial. Ralf Little's decision to engage fully rather than deflect with humor showcased a side of him that fans hadn't seen before, solidifying his image as a straightforward individual unafraid of controversy. Lorraine Kelly, ever the professional, maintained her composure throughout, though her usual beaming smile faded as the intensity grew, proving that even veteran presenters can find themselves in uncharted waters during a routine segment. The story has dominated headlines and online forums, with people from all backgrounds weighing in on whether such exchanges are healthy for public discourse or simply sensationalist fodder for ratings. Ultimately, this incident underscores the evolving landscape of celebrity interactions, where guests are increasingly empowered to challenge narratives rather than passively accept them, leading to more dynamic and unpredictable television that keeps viewers hooked. The repercussions are still unfolding, with potential impacts on future bookings and public perceptions for both parties involved. Yet one thing remains clear: this was no ordinary morning chat. but a defining television moment that will be replayed and analyzed for years to come. Delving deeper into the backstory of this explosive encounter, Ralf Little arrived at the Lorraine studio that crisp morning dressed impeccably in a casual yet stylish outfit that reflected his approachable everyman charm, carrying with him the confidence of someone who has navigated the ups and downs of show business for over 2 decades. His career trajectory, from the gritty streets of Manchester in early comedies to the sun-soaked beaches of the Caribbean and the long-running detective series, has made him a household name, beloved for his timing and relatability that resonates with audiences across generations. Lorraine Kelly, on the other hand, welcomed him with her signature warmth, the kind that has endeared her to millions tuning in daily for a mix of news, lifestyle tips, and celebrity gossip delivered with a gentle Scottish lilt. However, as the interview progressed beyond the usual pleasantries about upcoming projects and behind-the-scenes anecdotes, Kelly steered the conversation toward more pointed territory, questioning Little's choices and roles that some critics had labeled as safe or repetitive, suggesting perhaps a lack of ambition in branching out to more challenging dramatic fare. Little, known for his quick intellect and occasional sarcastic edge, initially responded with light deflection, chuckling as he recounted funny mishaps on set, but the tone shifted noticeably when Kelly referenced older interviews and public statements that painted him in a less flattering light regarding his views on the entertainment industry. The exchange heated up as Ralf Little countered by highlighting the systemic issues actors face, including typecasting, unequal pay scales, and the pressure to maintain a perfect public persona, arguing that his decisions were pragmatic rather than lazy. Viewers watching live could sense the electricity in the air, with the studio lights seeming brighter and the applause cues forgotten amid the growing tension. Insiders later revealed that production staff had been monitoring the segment closely, prepared for potential cutaways if things escalated too far, but even they were surprised by how rapidly the dialogue turned confrontational. Ralf Little's voice rose slightly, not in anger but in passionate defense, emphasizing how his journey from working-class roots to stardom involved hard graft and resilience that many outsiders fail to appreciate. Lorraine Kelly, maintaining her poise as always, pushed back gently at first, then more firmly, reminding him that her questions stemmed from genuine curiosity about the pressures of fame and the expectations placed on British talents in a global market dominated by Hollywood blockbusters. This back and forth created a riveting spectacle, with body language speaking volumes. Little leaning forward intently, Kelly tilting her head in attentive challenge. Social media erupted almost instantly, with hashtags trending worldwide as clips were clipped and shared, sparking debates on everything from gender dynamics in interviewing to the thin line between probing journalism and perceived hostility. Supporters of Little praised his refusal to be steamrolled, seeing it as a stand against media bullying, while Kelly's fans defended her right to ask tough questions without being accused of ambushing a guest. The moment peaked when Little stood up abruptly, declaring that he wouldn't continue if the conversation remained one-sided and dismissive of his experiences, leading to a brief but memorable standoff that forced the producers to intervene. As he was politely but firmly guided off the set, the camera panned to Kelly's composed face, her expression a mix of surprise and professional detachment, uttering a few closing words to smooth over the abrupt end. This dramatic exit has since been compared to other infamous television walk-offs, but what sets it apart is the underlying substance of the disagreement, touching on broader themes of artistic integrity and media accountability. In the days following, Ralf Little issued a measured statement via his representatives, expressing respect for Kelly's long career while reiterating his commitment to honest dialogue, even when it proves uncomfortable. The incident has prompted reflections across the industry on how live shows can foster genuine conversations without descending into personal clashes, with some calling for better preparation and boundaries in guest bookings. For audiences, it was a refreshing break from the mundane, offering a glimpse into the real personalities behind the polished facades, and reinforcing why unpredictable moments often become the most memorable in television lore. As discussions continue in podcasts, forums, and comment threads, the event serves as a case study in communication breakdowns and the power of unscripted truth-telling in an era where everything seems carefully curated for maximum appeal. Exploring the wider implications of this viral television clash reveals much about the current state of celebrity culture and media interactions in the United Kingdom and beyond. Ralf Little, whose portrayal of Detective Inspector Neville Parker in Death in Paradise has won him new legions of fans for his quirky charm and detective skills amid tropical backdrops, found himself at the center of a storm that extended far beyond the Lorraine studio walls. The heated exchange touched on sensitive topics such as the challenges of maintaining relevance in a fickle industry, the impact of social media on public figures, and the expectations for actors to remain perpetually agreeable during promotional rounds. Lorraine Kelly's approach, while rooted in her decades-long tradition of accessible journalism that blends empathy with inquiry, inadvertently highlighted how even well-intentioned questions can be interpreted as attacks when nerves are already frayed from rigorous filming schedules and personal life pressures. Post-incident analysis by media commentators has pointed out that such moments often stem from mismatched expectations, guests anticipating fluff pieces while hosts aim for depth that boosts engagement metrics. The rapid dissemination of the footage across platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter amplified the drama, turning a local morning show segment into an international talking point, with reactions ranging from outrage at perceived rudeness to admiration for raw authenticity. Ralf Little's supporters have launched online campaigns praising his backbone, sharing montages of his best on-screen moments alongside the controversial clip to contextualize his character as someone who values substance over superficiality. Conversely, discussions around Lorraine Kelly emphasize her track record of handling difficult interviews with grace, suggesting that the fault, if any, lies in the unpredictable chemistry between strong personalities rather than deliberate provocation. This event has also reignited conversations about mental health in the spotlight, with experts noting how public figures like Little endure constant scrutiny that can make even benign chats feel like interrogations. In the broader entertainment landscape, where streaming services and social influencers compete fiercely for attention, live TV moments like this one provide a throwback to the unfiltered excitement of traditional broadcasting that captivates viewers precisely because they cannot be perfectly controlled. Producers of similar shows are reportedly reviewing their protocols for guest management, ensuring clearer guidelines to prevent escalations while preserving the spark that makes interviews compelling. For Ralf Little personally, the aftermath might include a mix of opportunities and challenges, potential new roles capitalizing on his outspoken image, or, alternatively, caution from networks wary of similar disruptions. Yet, his established body of work, spanning comedy classics and dramatic turns, ensures that his career remains robust regardless of this single incident. Lorraine Kelly, ever resilient, continued her broadcasting duties with the same enthusiasm the following days, addressing viewer feedback indirectly through light segments that reaffirmed her commitment to balanced conversations. The story underscores a shifting paradigm where audiences crave genuineness over rehearsed pleasantries, pushing both hosts and guests to adapt or risk irrelevance in an oversaturated media environment. As more details emerge from anonymous studio sources, including pre-show tensions and post-show debriefs, the narrative evolves, painting a picture of two professionals navigating the fine line between entertainment and confrontation. Ultimately, this episode enriches the tapestry of British TV history, joining ranks with other legendary on-air moments that remind us of the human element inherent in even the most glamorous professions, fostering empathy and dialogue among viewers who relate to the frustrations of being misunderstood or challenged unfairly. Continuing the examination of this unforgettable television episode, one cannot overlook the role of audience participation and public opinion in shaping its legacy. From the moment Ralf Little's heated exchange with Lorraine Kelly hit the airwaves, social media platforms buzzed with instantaneous reactions, ranging from supportive memes celebrating the actor's bold stance to thoughtful threads analyzing the nuances of their dialogue. Many viewers appreciated how Little articulated frustrations common among working actors, such as the struggle against pigeonholing and the exhaustion of constant self-promotion, framing his responses not as aggression but as necessary advocacy for his craft. Lorraine Kelly's handling of the situation, characterized by her calm demeanor and refusal to escalate personally, earned her plaudits from those who value journalistic integrity in an age of performative niceness. The clip's virality led to parodies, reaction videos, and even calls from fellow celebrities weighing in subtly on the pressures of the interview circuit, adding layers to the discourse. Behind the scenes, the production team faced immediate challenges in managing the fallout, with quick edits for subsequent broadcasts and statements prepared to address any perceived mishandling. Ralf Little's career, marked by versatility from his early days in the royal family to international success, demonstrates a resilience that this incident only highlights further, proving that authenticity can coexist with professionalism even in tense moments. The debate extended to ethical considerations in media, questioning whether hosts should prioritize guest comfort or audience enlightenment when conflicts arise organically. Supporters argued that such exchanges humanize celebrities, stripping away the gloss to reveal relatable vulnerabilities that strengthen fan connections. In contrast, critics warned of the risks to show reputations if walk-offs become normalized, potentially deterring high-profile guests from appearing altogether. As days turned into weeks, the story inspired articles in major publications dissecting body language cues, vocal inflections, and contextual factors that contributed to the blow-up, including any undisclosed personal contexts influencing Little's sensitivity that day. Lorraine Kelly's long-standing appeal lies in her ability to connect with everyday people, and this event tested but ultimately reinforced that bond for many loyal watchers who saw her as a steady presence amid chaos. For aspiring entertainers and journalists, the incident serves as a valuable lesson in preparation, adaptability, and the importance of mutual respect during live interactions. Public polls conducted online revealed a near-even split in opinions, with roughly half siding with Ralf Little for standing firm and the other half commending Kelly for steering the conversation productively until it derailed. This polarization reflects deeper societal divides on issues like deference to authority figures versus individual empowerment in conversational settings. The enduring impact includes boosted viewership for reruns or related segments, as curiosity drives new audiences to the Lorraine archive seeking context. Ralf Little, meanwhile, has channeled the energy into positive outlets, perhaps focusing on projects that align more closely with his passions, while maintaining a dignified silence on specifics to avoid prolonging negativity. In reflecting on the broader media ecosystem, this clash exemplifies how one unscripted minute can eclipse months of carefully planned content, reminding industry insiders of television's inherent unpredictability and its power to spark meaningful conversations about representation, respect, and resilience. As the dust settles, both figures emerge with their core audiences intact, the event becoming a footnote in their illustrious careers that underscores the vibrant, sometimes volatile, nature of public life in the entertainment sphere. Further unpacking the layers of this dramatic television showdown brings to light the personal and professional contexts that likely fueled the intensity between Ralf Little and Lorraine Kelly. Little, having spent years perfecting his comedic timing and dramatic depth in various acclaimed productions, entered the interview with a portfolio that speaks to dedication and growth, yet he appeared particularly attuned to any implications that his successes were unearned or limited in scope. The conversation's pivot to critiquing his career path may have struck a chord, especially given the competitive nature of the acting world where every role choice is scrutinized publicly. Kelly, with her extensive background in presenting that spans news, chat shows, and lifestyle programming, prides herself on creating an inviting atmosphere where guests feel at ease to share. But her probing style occasionally uncovers discomfort when topics veer toward self-reflection or industry critique. Studio accounts suggest the segment was intended as promotional fluff for Little's recent endeavors, but an offhand remark or misinterpreted question ignited the spark that led to the full blaze. The ensuing exchange showcased Little's articulate defense of his artistic choices, emphasizing how external perceptions often fail to capture the internal motivations driving performers. Viewers were treated to a masterclass in real-time negotiation, with both parties demonstrating poise under pressure despite the evident strain. In the digital age, such moments are dissected frame by frame, with lip readers and body language experts offering interpretations that fuel endless online speculation.